Crew, 2023 has come to a close, and I want to thank each and every one of you for climbing aboard the ship with me this past year. If you ever clicked on a video, left a like or even a dislike, and especially if you left a comment or subscribed, I just want to let you know that I love you for it. I appreciate you making this so much fun to do. But 2023 is now in the past, and it's time for us to start looking ahead to 2024. And in 2024, I got two main goals I want to focus on. Number one, we're going to hit 1,000 subs. I think we're going to do it fairly quickly. So if you want to help me out with that, make sure you subscribe. It's not too late to join the crew. And number two, and easily the most important one, in 2024, what I am most looking forward to is remaining the best goddamn Bujin player that has ever walked this planet.
First off is Triple Torifun. It's your only real starter in the deck. It easily sets up all of your extra deck plays, and the deck is built to get to this turn one as often as possible. For some 2-ofs, we've got Arasuda, Harume, Mahitatsu, and Haruko. Arasuda and Harume give you those easily summonable bodies to extra deck summon with. Mahitatsu is your best summon off of Torifun. It gives you some graveyard setup, and Haruko is that rank up. Then we got one Yamato and one Mikazuchi because it's not a Bujin deck if you don't play them. For the Bujingi, we've got one Hair to prevent destruction, one Quillin to pop a face up, one Turtle to negate a targeting effect, one Sinew because it's the real Dark Honest, and one Centipede to pop some back row. For a small Bystial package, we've got one Magnum Hut for the search, one Druis Worm for the pop, and one Lubellion also for the search. It's a light monster with some unique stats compared to everything else in the deck, so it works with Small World both as a bridge and as a search target. We're also playing 2 Nib and 2 Veiler for the same reason. They're the best light hand traps in the game right now that work with Small World in the same way that Lubellion does. Then we're playing 3 Tenki and 3 Small World. These are both here to get to Torifun as consistently as possible. We're playing double Droplet in case we get stuck going second. And then for 1-ofs, we've got the Upstart to make it a 39 card deck, the Sanctuary because we need it for an F-Zero combo, the Regain because it's searchable off of Lubellion and it's still a good card even if you draw it, the Call By to protect the Torifun effect, and the Foolish Burial because it's a graveyard based deck. And then we got 2 Imperm because it's borderline mandatory to play the game at this point. For the extra deck, we've got 1 Ahashima, which is a huge combo piece, and 1 Unicorn, which will probably get cut when we get that new Utopia dude coming out soon. We got 1 Chaos Angel because we can, and he is a beast. We've got Triple Susan for the search effect, Kagetsuchi because it's a good grind game card, Tsukiyomi to fix your hand, and Amaterasu is another big combo piece. For our F-Zero stuff, we've got Galaxy Photon Dragon to search the Photon Sanctuary, Utopia Rising to recur your F-Zero, the little F-Zero, and then of course the big F-Zero. And then lastly, we got Zeus and Exciton. These are here because they're... Now, as far as side decking goes, it gets a little bit tricky because of how much of the deck is kind of centered around using Small World, so you can't just side out your hand traps that are mained and side in like Ash Blossoms or whatever, because you ruin your whole Small World engine at that point. So for the most part, you're just going to be siding in and out in your spell and trap slot. Maybe you could side out the Bystial stuff if you wanted to put more hand traps in there. But things like Evenly Mashed, Harpy's Feather Duster, any type of like big board wipe type thing, you probably would want to throw in there. There are 2 other hand traps that you could technically play that are light monsters, being Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit, which I do like a lot. I just think Nibiru and Effect Veiler are better at the moment. And the Iris Sword Soul, which is fairly situational. Like, it's really not super great almost against any matchup. If you get to use it, like if its effect resolves, it's pretty good. Odds are you're just not going to get to use it, and it's just going to end up being a brick in your hand or a Small World bridge. But you could play around with those as well. If you're looking for combos or a more thorough explanation of how the deck functions, I've made quite a few videos about this deck, and really the way it works hasn't changed a whole lot. It's just fine-tuning ratios here and there depending on what I feel like is going to be the most effective for whatever it is the combo line that I'm trying to go for there. So I'll link a few of the different videos that I've made rather than just reiterating the same combo for the 4th or 5th time. And I'll leave timestamps for that stuff too if you just want to click through those to find the combos or the explanations for certain card choices. I also do want to note that there was just a card revealed, I believe it's called Blink Out, and essentially it lets you tag out a Link monster on either side of the field and then special summon one of the materials you use to Link summon it. Now that could be nice as an interrupt against your opponent, but that also could be really nice as far as Ahashima goes, just because you can't Link summon with it at all. So once it's on the board, it does have that back row pop effect, but it kind of sucks once it's there. It just eats up a spot. So it might be worth testing that out to see if I can tag it out and continue a combo from there to make
some type of better board. So I'll play around with that a little bit, probably post a video if I come up with anything interesting. But be on the lookout for stuff like that. You never know when they're going to release some accidental Bujin support. Give me a little bit too much power, you know. But that's going to be it for today. I hope your 2023 was great, and I hope your 2024 is even better. Happy deck building. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good one. Goodbye.